Once upon a time, on the edge of an oak forest, there lived a hare who ran faster than the March wind. Her name was Leela, and she was so swift that she spent her days boasting to all the animals. One spring morning, Leela saw old Ramona, the tortoise, walking slowly along the path, and, unable to contain herself, she began leaping circles around her. "Look at you! You go so slowly that even the ants overtake you." But Ramona, who was wise and patient, looked at her calmly and replied, "You may be as fast as the wind, but I would beat you in a race." The hare froze. It seemed so absurd that she burst out laughing. "You beat me? That I have to see." "Then let us see it," said Ramona, without the slightest fuss. They agreed to race from the old oak tree to the village fountain. They called on the fox to keep watch and make sure everything was fair. The following morning, the animals of the forest gathered around the oak. The fox raised her paw and gave the signal. The two of them set off at the same time. Leela shot away like a bolt. In the blink of an eye, she was so far ahead that Ramona looked like a mere dot on the path. The hare glanced back and laughed. "This is already won. I can rest a little." She lay down under a blossoming almond tree. The sun warmed gently, the air smelled of thyme, and Leela closed her eyes for just a moment. Meanwhile, Ramona kept moving, step by step. She did not stop. She did not look back. With her short but steady legs, she pressed on, without haste and without pause. Time passed. Leela was still asleep, snoring in the shade. Ramona kept walking, meter by meter, always toward the fountain. When the hare awoke, the sun was already high. She shook her ears, yawned lazily, and broke into a run. But when she reached the fountain, she stopped cold. There was Ramona, surrounded by cheering animals. She had crossed the finish line. She had won. Leela lowered her ears, speechless with shame. Ramona looked at her with the same calm as always and said, "The fastest does not always win. Sometimes it is the one who never gives up." From that day on, Leela stopped mocking the others, and though she remained the fastest creature in the forest, she had learned something she would never forget. And they say that Ramona continued strolling along the paths, as calm as ever, knowing that every step, no matter how small, brings you a little closer to where you want to be.